So I was this watching this documentary about eagles, and they follow a growth, the birth of an eagle to adulthood. And this particular eagle um, stayed in its mother's nest for longer than expected time. Um, so usually, eagle would stay um, in their parents' nest for about a year. This eagle stayed in there for like 2.5 years, and he still turned out to be fine. He still turned out to be a healthy, healthy eagle with, all the survival traits necessary to live a good eagle life. Um, my manager, um, he works very hard. He got to where he's at um, by getting a lot of work done very fast. Um, and he has a 2-year-old daughter, so he spends a lot of time taking care of his daughter.
It's nicer.
Because it's funny, it gets beautiful.
He has a wife, and
It's good you have a house with a view and stuff just so you're not living in it.
I should probably get out of here. It's really loud. So he has a wife, and his wife had a daughter from the previous marriage, and so my manager sort of broke all the rules about being successful in his career. He married. He had a 2-year-old daughter, which requires a lot of time and attention. He married a woman, which we call you should never marry. You should never marry a woman that already had a child and already divorced. You should never marry an old woman. So he sort of broke all the rules, and he still came out on top. There are these rules that you have to be aware of. And these are the rules that your friends, your parents, the videos you watch, they tell you about these rules. And it's sort of your responsibility to understand these rules. But I feel like you don't have to follow them so strictly, and there are special circumstances where they can be broken, because you have your own situations, man, and sometimes I don't think you need to follow those rules so strictly by the book. Obviously, if you keep on breaking them, or you're not aware of the consequences of breaking them, then that can matter. So the reason I brought this up is I don't know if my girlfriend can coexist with my friends in our hacker house. But now that I've given some thought, I think I should give it a shot. I think it's doable. I think she will be able to support me, and I think that I should be able to manage my stress a lot better. I shouldn't just completely ignore her and be working all the time. And we could find a space that allows us to have our private moments, and I think that's sort of necessary regardless of who I date. I think I should at least make an effort on experiencing her in the part of future I want to live in. And the other big issue is her health. That's a tricky one. That's sort of when I'm gambling on. I've also have a coworker who also had diabetes 1. He's sort of going through the same thing that my girlfriend's going through, and seems to be managing it well. So don't know. So, and these are the things that my friends and my parents are telling me to get away from, and now I'm not so sure. It's like they're telling me these things because those are the rules of life, and I feel like I'm in the situation where I need to think for myself and I need to decide if I want to break these rules. And I know where I want to go, um, and what I really want to know is if she can help me get there, and whether we can have family together.